A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Hawkeyes will put toe to leather and will get started. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Indiana. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will go to work first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have 2 guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got 2 very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are 2 of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
You know, that's a great job by the receiver on that curl route. There's a lot of receivers that finish the route and they just stop. And that allows the DB to close the gap and then knock the ball away. Nice job by that receiver continuing to come back to his QB.
Quick handoff. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Hawkeyes will have it 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. He smashes his way through again. Touchdown, Hawkeye. He shed tackles right and left and housed them.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hoosiers offense will go to work for the first time today. They're going to have to contend with a group of linebackers, Jesse, who wreak havoc all over the field.
Well, they say speed kills in college football, and I think that's what makes this position group so special. It's really hard to get the ball to the perimeter because of these linebackers and their sideline-to-sideline speed. But, David, in passing situations, they can also blitz and get after your quarterback. What's this offense going to do?
Well, remember in our day, man, like you had hammers, right? They were just big physical guys. Now you've seen the positions switch. The bodies look different. They look more like safeties. And you're right, speed, sideline to sideline, blitzing, so much versatility. Good luck.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. On the option. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Hoosiers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. On the move. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because in the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Looking to throw, it's Meredith. Makes the catch. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Wants to go up top on first down. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires left. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. To the ground with the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
Well, we know this offense obviously really struggled there last time out, and they knew coming into this one they would have to be better at running the football, and that just has not happened in this game. They're simply not physical enough offensively at this point.
Finds his man. And without that spin move, I'm not sure he would have gone very far at all, but a solid pickup on the play.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be quarterback.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Open field on the right. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Hawkeyes look to keep this drive humming. Goes to the option. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Off the play fake. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Iowa! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
He's down here. He does a lot of blocking. You play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quickly out to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on 3rd down. It's on target and complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Hoosiers in the hurry up. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think...
Breaks into the open. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking for a man. It's Meredith. Going to try to get it himself. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 35-yard line. They want to get this defense on its heels. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on second down. Working that left side now. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second.
I just knew I was going down.
So first down here as they go back to work. Unloads quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on second down. He's got him in the flat. It's a fumble. Touchdown, Hoosiers! A great catch and run for 6.
The head coach's heart just skipped a beat. Looks like they were going in for the easy touchdown, but he puts it on the ground. Everything's going bad. But Johnny on the spot. Somebody was paying attention, Dave, and is able to hop on that ball for a touchdown.
And that's why you always keep competing. Coaches are going to harp on that all the time. Finish the play. You're never out of it. You don't know what's going to happen, and that's a perfect example. Ball gets on the ground. Offensive player now says, oh, crud, I got to jump on it. Jumps on the football and gets a touchdown.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. The toss to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Here comes the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's the handoff. He's in open space downfield. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. The give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hoosiers Yeah, put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Snagged in the middle. It's Doyle. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Kennick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Back to pass. It's Meredith. Shoots it to the left. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Hoosiers send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Back to pass on 2nd down. They go to the wide receiver screen. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Got it behind the line. It's Tyree. And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the 1st down before they finally get him on the ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. He goes out of bounds across the 25, marking at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. The offense down to the 25 now, 1st and 10. Gives it on the option. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Trying play action. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Under fire. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Back to throw, it's Meredith. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Daly. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Looking to throw on 1st down. can swing momentum.
And what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the trick play, and it won't work. The defense all over him before he can even turn the ball loose. They're lucky to hang on to the football. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's looking deep. Brings it in down the left side. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Quick strike complete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
This offense will find different ways to get their backs involved. It's not just tailbacks, but how about the fullback there? He makes a catch just for a few yards to help keep this drive going.
So now it's second and long. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Makes the grab on the left. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Hawkeyes come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. Right down the boulevard. It's good. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 27-yard line, to a couple extra yards of field position for this offense to start. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Meredith. Finds his big tight end. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He wants to go deep. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, one of the best environments in the game, and Iowa City has given us a fun first half. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
These Hawkeye fans know exactly what to do to get behind this D on third down. To the air, it's Meredith. He caught it. Touchdown, Indiana. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Kansas is getting dominated today, and, you know, the folks in Lawrence deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to UAB. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's got it.
Well, this defense is used to seeing this fullback just slam up on in there trying to block people. Now you release him out of the backfield to see if you can catch the defense off guard.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Here's the pressure. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the option. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. The Hoosiers can really attack on this second and short. Grab behind the line. It's David. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps. He's good against bubble screens. And he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
Looking downfield, it's Meredith. Finds his tight end. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Quickly to the tight end. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. Let's see what they've got on second down. Back to pass. Quickly to the flat and the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Hauls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. sends it back in motion. From the gun, running back on the move. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And this center downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Works the middle of the field. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And the Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain. It makes life really easy on me on second down.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's got it on the move. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. Got nothing last time, now 2nd and goal from the 3. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Hawkeye! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Kinnick is having a connection fit to try to help the D on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. Looking to pass. It's Meredith. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Hoosiers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go.
He's got it inside the 15, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that?
Turning it on! Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. The give to the tailback. Nowhere to go on that run, and that brings us to the end of the third quarter. We've reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw for it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Indiana sends the offense onto the field.
And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
And the Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. The Hoosiers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They'll go to the ground. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to bully their way for the first. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. The field goal is no good. After the miss, the lead is still full.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Fighting off the defender.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy as that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Hawkeyes come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Takes it from the gun on third down. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. They bring the punter onto the field now. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The handoff, keep working on that clock. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll give it to the back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And how about this offense running the football when you know it's going to be a run? Being the more physical squad. And this defense, man, trailing in this football game, still got those 3 timeouts, but they've got to get a stop. They've got to make a stand and start burning those timeouts.
Running back searching for a hole. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, the ground game. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Complete out of the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now we're setting up 4th down.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. Touchdown, Indiana! How about this defense taking one back to the house? They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Kansas is getting dominated today, and, you know, the folks in Lawrence deserve better than this. No excuse ever for this kind of a clunker. They're trailing by 14 to UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
And that's where quarterbacks, you know, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tyree. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Foster. It'll be a 1st down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can...
He lobs one high down the left side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Right on target this time. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 and pick up a 15. And the Hawkeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. With the game in hand, the offense choosing to just have the quarterback take a knee. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen,